So today we are solving linear equations, but this time we have word problems. It's helpful if you're quiet. So consecutive integers are whole numbers that follow each other without gaps. Okay, so an example of this is 15, 16, and 17. Those are consecutive numbers because they go in order and there's no skipping around. Okay, so I have this question. The sum of three consecutive integers is 132. What are the three integers? So if x is the first integer, then my next number is going to be x plus 1. Okay, and that's going to make, what's my next number after 1? So it's going to make x plus 2 the third number. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start to solve this problem. Whenever a problem says I have consecutive numbers, my first number is always going to be x. Then what did I say my next number was? Not 1. Close. No. No. What did I write in the box? X plus 1. So I'm taking my first number and then adding 1 to that. And then my third consecutive number is going to be What should this equal? No. What did the problem say? 132. Okay, where did we get that 132 from? So we get the 132 from the problem. So now what I want to do is what? Does anyone know? This part is a review. So notice I have 3 variables. I want to go ahead and combine like terms. So what do I get when I add those x's together? 3x. You get x to the third when you're multiplying them. Okay. Then I want to add my numbers together. So I have a 1 and a 2. And it still equals 132. Subtract what? One side? Both sides? What is 132 minus 3? How did you get 43? So I want to go ahead and divide both sides by 3. Okay, but is that what the question is asking me? It's asking me what are the 3 integers. So how do I figure those out? Now that I have x equals 43. Yes, Sam? Okay. Okay, so 43 plus 1 is? And then 43 plus 2 is? So those are my 3 consecutive numbers. Okay, so the next problem says a lab technician needs 25 liters of a solution that's 15% acid for a certain experiment, but they only have a solution that is 10% acid and a solution that is 30% acid. How many liters of the 10% and 30 solutions should they mix to get what they need? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up with an equation. That is going to relate the number of liters of acid in each solution. Equation. Okay, so we want to represent the total number of liters of one solution with a variable like x. So I'm going to have one of my solutions be x. For my second solution, if I only have 25 total liters, how much do I have left? I've already used x. Yeah? No. That's a good guess. It has a variable in it. Yep. 25 minus x. Because I had 25 total and I took away x. I just don't know what x is yet. Okay, so I'm going to write what I'm doing. I know I have 25 liters at the end of the 15% solution. Well, one of these word problems is going to be on your quiz. I'll go over that tomorrow or Wednesday, whenever we start the quiz review. Okay. So I know I have x total liters, I just don't know how much yet, of the 10% solution. And then I'm going to add that to the 25 minus x times the 30% solution. So I just wrote in words what I'm going to do with math. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my percents into decimals. If I don't remember how to do that, I can divide my percent by 100 to turn it into a decimal. Like, how do I get it as a decimal, or why am I doing it into a decimal? Why? Because I can't do percents when I type into the calculator. So that's why I'm going to turn it into a decimal. So, what is 15% as a decimal? I want to do 15 divided by 100 on the calculator. Yes, ma'am? So I get 0.15, and then I have the 25 liters, so I'm going to multiply by the 25. Then it equals, what is 10% as a decimal? Okay, so I'm going to do 0.10 x, because I don't know how much solution I have. Then I'm going to do 30% as a decimal. And then that's going to be multiplied by the 25 minus x. Okay, so if you didn't pick up a calculator already, you might want one for this next part. Unless you're really good with multiplying with decimals in your head. Calculators? Okay, so what is 0.15 times 25? Okay, and it's still going to equal 0.10x. What about this part? What do I want to do with that 0.30? Distribute. So what's 0.30 times 25? And then the 0.30 times negative x. Negative 0.30x. Okay. I could, but I'm going to hold off on that step really quick. Because notice I have two of the same variable. So I want to combine like terms first. So what is 10x minus 0.10x minus 0.30x? No. Negative 0.20x. Did you accidentally type in the same thing twice? Doesn't it say it's broken? Okay, so what do we do next? Add what? Okay, subtract 7.5. Not from 20, because the 20 has a variable, so I can't put that together. So I'm going to subtract it from the other side. I want to divide by negative 0.20. Okay, what does that get me when I divide? Okay, so now we're going to interpret what this x means. So, I'll give you a second to finish copying that down. So, x represented the number of liters in which solution? The 10% or the 30%? So if I look back up here, x is 10. Okay. The lab technician should use how many liters? 18.75 of the 10%. So what they're doing is they're mixing two different percents together, so they end up with 15% at the end. So we're going to do 18.75 of the 10 liters. Then, since 25 minus x represented which percent? The 30. How much liters should they use there? How am I going to figure this out? How'd you get that? So we're going to take the equation and we're going to plug in for x to get this value. Which gave us 6.25. Which percent solution was the second one? 30.